now have this Al-Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal said that all these narrations from Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam mimma qad sahha wa hufidh, of this authentic hadith narrated from him and memorized by the generations upon generation. فَإِنَّا نُسَلِّمْ لَهُ, we believe in all these narrations. وَإِن لَمْ نَعْلَمْ تَفْسِيرُهَا وَلَا نَتَكَلَّمْ فِيهَا, even though if you don't even understand some meanings of some narrations, and we don't even talk about some, وَلَا نُجَادِلْ فِيهَا, but we don't argue against it. This is as we have some people that they will say that all these hadiths of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they are not authentic. Why? They are not using the they are not applying the science of hadith, because the hadith as a course, it's just like studying a medicine. It has its own science of narration, science of report, science of documentation, science of application. Only hadith involves ilmu riwaya, ilmu diraya, ilmu riaya. And this ilmu, they are sciences on its own. So if one does not understand the ilmu al-hadith, then you shouldn't talk about whether this hadith is authentic or is not. You have to take the judgment from the mouth of those who are knowledgeable about the science. But this is not the case. When you look around, you will see some Muslims, some who cannot even differentiate between a standing tree and a letter alif. Cannot differentiate. You cannot even read Arabic alphabet. You cannot even read just the common places in the Quran. This is a person that will place himself to be an authority on in the Islamic field, condemning this, condemning what is established, and establishing what is condemned by Islam. Some will say, no, that hadith is weak, it's not authentic. How? He will say, it does not go with common sense. What is common sense? What is common sense there? What is not, what is not, what you feel that is not common sense? Because it doesn't go well with your own senses, then it can go well with some other senses. That is it. But it is not even that we can use as a yardstick to know the authentic or the non-authentic of hadith. It has methodologies, it has concepts, it has principles, it is a science on its own. It is a science on its own. Just like the case of the NAFDAC. Will anybody say this drug is fake? No. You cannot just say you go to the chemist and you are shown a drug, or you just point to a drug. The next thing you say, this drug is fake. How? You ask how? You say, because it doesn't go with my common sense. What is common sense there? So you have to apply the principles laid out by the NAFDAC. For instance, like no number there. It has no NAFDAC number. Any medicine without NAFDAC number, yes, it is a sign that that medicine is not good, it's not approved. But you just own your own personal judgment. You just say, okay, to me, it's fake. How? And this is a drug that has NAFDAC number. It has everything that it's needed to have. You are now using your own personal mentality to judge whether this is good or whether this is bad. This is not the way to do things. And this is what we can see in the act of many people today. You just open Facebook, next thing, condemning this or this, condemning that or this. Some of them cannot even read the Quran. How will you say the hadith is authentic or is not authentic when you cannot even read the Quran? Let alone to talk of reading the hadith. Let alone to talk of science of studying science of hadith. It's as tedious, difficult as studying medicine in university. Those who know. If you don't know, you ask. So some people will just condemn some hadith just because they do not go with their own self-thinking, their own self-judgment. That is not the way to relate with Islam. Al-Islam bil isnad. Islam is by report. Islam is not something that you just wake up one day, you decide how it should be or how you want to do it. No, that is not Islam. Islam is by knowledge and practice. Knowledge narrated from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to the companions, from the companions to those who came after them, to those who came after them, to our time. And that's how it will continue to be reported till the end of the world. It involves practice. The practice, you practice the knowledge, you put the knowledge into practice. So it is easy to say what someone is doing is wrong. How? When you see that, yes, those who, the early Muslims were not known with that practice. It is easy. So which report did you rely upon to have brought up into Islam what is not part of it? So we shouldn't use our own human thinking alone, to our own brain alone, to be a judge among the ahadith. This is not the way of the Muslim. It is the way of the Orientalist. It is the way of the enemies of Islam.